Alright guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube, but can't seem to find the video. But you guys are seeing it for some reason. I hope you guys are seeing it. Alright, Cowboy, Flown Grown, Andy, Bob, Ozark, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Let's see, I'm going to reset the whole thing. SP, 1 second after, thank you for the 5x5. Brian, Mitch, Vizard, Eric, Krista, Chris, Grit and Grace, Jim, Laura, Bam Bam, Maria, Sarita, Lexi, Ozark, thank you for the 5x5. Mitch, B, and Wody, thank you for 5x5. Raccoon, Colt, Bushpick, Patrice, Base, thank you for 5x5. Queeble, John, The All-Seeing Knight, Andy, Water Tiger, Colt, thank you for the 5x5. Jesus, Jeep Girl, Eyes Wide, Jesus, again, 8x8, Rhonda, Miguel, thank you for the 5x5. Boom, F you all. Teresa, Johnny, thank you for the 5x5. Any action in the area? Johnny D, no action in the area, not as of yet. Supposedly, Saturday. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Alright, there it is. I was like, where the hell is it? And I'm streaming on Rumble. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Oh boy. Let's see if I can pull that up. Alright. Log, Mr. Landfill, Tom, Bugs, thank you for the 5x5. Evidence. Timothy, Fuck Shit Piss, Todd, Nancy, thank you for the 5x5. Alright. And everybody else that if I missed you, thank you for the 5x5. Deanna, Christian, appreciate it, guys. Alright. Sarita, thank you for the donation. Again, you didn't have to. Appreciate it. Let's see where we are on the live stream. Maria, PrepToZap, and Joe59, thank you for the 5x5 on Rumble. Appreciate it as always, guys. Alright. So, apparently, things are taking off in LA. Nothing is happening here. They tried some shit over the weekend, but that was quickly squashed. So now they're talking about June 14th being some kind of nationwide gathering or whatever they're going to call it. The media is going to continue to call it protesting, which, interestingly enough, J6 wasn't considered protesting, it's considered an insurrection. But they're trying to call this an insurrection, and I do wholeheartedly disagree with that. It's an insurrection. It's not even close. It's just a bunch of assholes that need their fucking dick spanked. That's what it needs to be. Calling this an insurrection, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you would. And for those that don't know what an insurrection is an act to revolt against civil authority or established government. They're just, and yeah, I guess you can call it an insurrection because they're trying to go against ICE and they're trying to they're trying to stop ICE from doing their job. But this is not an insurrection. This is this is unorganized chaos. An insurrection, on the other hand, would be something, audio is low. I'm trying to audio's not low on my end, Bushpick. Audio's, as Mr. Landfill said, loud and clear. Alright, so yeah, I wouldn't call this an insurrection. I would call this a bunch of idiots being idiots. An insurrection, on the other hand, would be something way more organized, something where they're being effective. They're not really being effective. They're burning cars, and matter of fact, speaking about burning cars, agitators, thank you, Northern Hillbilly. That's all they are. Trying to use the term insurrection is very, very dangerous. I wouldn't use that on this. If it was more organized, I would absolutely say yes, it is. But background noise is high. trying to use the term insurrection is very, very dangerous. Okay. All right. Sorry, I turned that down. Maybe that was it. Hudson Valley said background noise is too loud. So hopefully that's it. I turned all the audio off of everything. Hopefully. Desmond, yes, being paid actors, I agree with. But again, an insurrection, they don't have, like, again, if it was a organized group of people that was effectively attacking things and getting or making ground, I would call that an insurrection. A bunch of fucking people who were given some money just to burn some cars, not insurrection. Somebody said looting was last night. Again, I haven't seen any looting videos, like, at all. And anytime there's looting videos or those 7-Eleven, rush jobs, I see that all the time. I haven't seen anything. You got the air conditioner running? No, I do not have the air conditioner running. But someone says better now, better now. Yeah, I turned down the volume of my iPad. So I apologize for that. Also, what it could be, let me know if this is better now. This could have been because the mic was all the way in the back. I didn't realize that till I looked at my water and go, what the fuck is... My mic was in the back, sorry. Water cannons would be nice to see. I would absolutely love to see water cannons. If you ever seen a video with water cannons being used, it's pretty fun. We've had that happened to us at the Rock a long time ago. We got into some kind of water wars, and a hose line was used on us. And getting hit with water at that volume fucking hurts. Well, that's all I gotta say. So I know what it's like to get hit in the face with a water cannon. It fucking hurts. Now I sound louder. All right, very good. So yeah, that's the chair decorated today. The chair's not, well, I just put that on there because I had nowhere else to hang this thing. That's why it's hanging on the back. It's not hanging for decoration, decorative purposes, or anything like that. I know where to put this towel. I put it on the back of the chair and there it stays. I'm one of those, like, again, I'm single, I live alone, and the house is getting in order to looking like a photo studio, but the back part of the house, there's like clothes and shit all over the place. I gotta wash clothes, man. I really do. In the LA area from Jennifer, I don't know. I can't answer that question. Jennifer is asking. Sorry, let me keep this in front of me. But Jennifer's asking whether or not this riot will spill over to June 20th to the 27th when they go to LA for a trip. I don't know. What you should do, though, is call the areas that you're going to be in, especially the hotels, and figure out whether or not they're seeing any violence there. Because this stuff is in certain areas in LA. It's not all over LA, so keep that in mind. I just don't know what areas in LA it's in. For example, during the so-called riots here, not riots, sorry, so the riots here in New York, it was all over downtown. I mean, it was in all the tourist areas downtown. So yes, if you were coming to New York during that time, I would have been like, don't do it. But I don't know LA like that, so I can't speak on it. And somebody named Sokum Eam was like, you are a Trump supporter, you are a hypocrite that goes against your own people, learn your damn history. You are one of those that is called a porch person. It's called a porch monkey, if you're going to say it right, that will snitch on your own people. That's interesting. And Sokoen Eames, whatever that means, probably an African name. Go back to Africa and shake hands with Mobutu and starve to death for all I care. I always hear the Uncle Tom. I'm hearing the Uncle Tom thing less and less, or porch monkey, as this guy would say it. But yes, I am a porch monkey, a jigaboo, a Negro, an Uncle Tom, a tap dancing, step and fetch it, you name it, that's what I am. I'll try to tap dance for you later. I don't have any rhythm, so it's going to look ugly, but I'll try to tap dance later. Kick Karen out. No, you know what? Yes, don't be kicking out people like that. Let them, voice their opinion or whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. But yes, Jennifer, I can't answer that question. I don't know LA like that. I really don't. It's why the protest is about. So it's not a protest. Uncle Tom is a Uncle Tom is a compliment, I guess. Well, for those that never read Uncle Tom's Cabin, yeah, they don't really know. You actually read the book. He's calling you an Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, I know what he's calling me. I don't care. You can call me anything you want. I don't give a shit. Too independent press coverage, but yeah, man. A lot of this shit that goes on, that's gonna go on the 14th, so they say. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how big it's gonna be. I think New York is going to gear up for it, so I'm gonna try to be off for the weekend. If some shit pops off, yeah, I'm gonna be downtown. Where are your tap shoes? Yeah, I don't have any tap shoes. I'll use my I'll put tacks on the bottom. Remember we used to put tacks on the bottom of our shoes when we were kids and try to tap dance? And we all looked like cripples doing so. But anyway, yeah, again, I do yourself a favor, just call up the hotels and then go from there. I wouldn't know anything about LA. LA is getting out of hand. That's for sure. When I made the video and I said that they didn't need the National Guards, they didn't at the time the video was being made. And I still think they don't need the National Guards yet. National Guards, I think, are for heavy hitting shit. Right? Like the Watts riot, they needed the National Guards. If I'm not mistaken, I thought they brought the National Guards in days later. But what's going on there? It's a bunch of people that are lashing out like fucking autistic or retarded kids. That's all I can. That's the best I can go with it. That's all that's going on. As if they start murdering or putting cops down, then that's an issue. Then you got to bring in the guards. But it's not going to get there. I don't think it's going to get that bad. The Marines are supposedly going to integrate with the National Guards, from what I'm reading. I could be wrong, but that's what the article said. The article said they were going to integrate the 700 or 500 Marines in with the National Guards. That's exactly what the Marines want. They want to work with the National Guards. They're just like fucking shit, and I think they're reservists at that. But I don't know. Carmen, thank you for the donation. I'll teach Mobutu how to tap. Listen, with all this AI shit, I'm almost tempted to make an AI Mobutu and then do like a little video with him. But I don't like AI at that capacity. Which, by the way, AI is getting extremely dangerous. I just saw a video of a guy who was sitting in front of a screen, like so, and the AI model was a chick, and every move he made, she did the same exact movements. Now, the only thing she couldn't say or couldn't do was like turn around. I think he went to turn his head, and you could see like the back of his with her masking it. But Steven Sorry said I'm wrong. Wrong about what? You gotta elaborate, guys. You can't just say you're wrong and then there's a lot of shit I say. By the time you hear it, 30 seconds to 40 seconds have gone by. So I could be wrong about Mobutu and needless to say, guys, I don't think the National Guards are needed. That's the bottom line. I think they have to be. They're needed for something a lot more egregious, and not this bullshit. Not these idiots acting out and acting like they're going to stop something. And I'm annoyed at a lot of the people who are calling this protesting. I'm annoyed even more with the people who are stating that what's going on in LA needs to happen. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change a fucking thing. I haven't seen a protest, at least in my lifetime, change anything. Now, maybe the Floyd riots, but the cops getting their hands handcuffed were going to happen whether the Floyd riots happened or not. That was going to happen. So I haven't seen a righteous protest ever happen and changed anything in America, other than the civil rights movement. And that wasn't rioting, that was true protesting, right? But outside of that, man, I saw videos of looting. And guys, if you see videos of looting, email them to me at angryprepper@yahoo.com. I want to see it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some of these videos. Again, the two that I saw were old videos. So I need to see some fresh video. And listen, even if looting's going on, still doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything. Trump is not going to stop doing what he's doing. You know, he's not going to all of a sudden go, oh, whoa, 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 Freedom Convoy, Northern Girl. Okay, yeah, but that's not here in the United States. I'm talking about the United States, not Canada. But the Freedom Convoy, did that change anything? Did they stop doing what they were doing? I can't remember. Northern Girl Hobbies, you'll let me know one way or the other. She says, Adriana says, go to X, you'll see them. All right, 10-4. I mean, I am seeing them burn cars and throw shit off the overpass. I'm seeing a lot of that. And I'm like, holy shit. Has Angryprepper used his fire hose on rioters? No. I don't think we're authorized to do so. You know, so under any circumstances, I don't think we're authorized to do so. I mean, has it happened in the 80s and 90s when people got a little out of hand out of certain fires? Probably. But as far as doing it during a, what you call it? As like a protest or riot? No, I don't think we're authorized to do so. There is an Angry Truth live stream. I hope there is. I think there, yeah, I have an Angry Truth live stream scheduled. YouTube is acting up, so I don't know what's going on. And I think that YouTube is starting to integrate their AI a little more, and so it's screwing up a lot of shit. As I was trying to schedule this today and fix it, I was running into a ton of problems that the videos were switching back and forth. I was like, fuck. So I sort of knew what was going on. But yeah, their AI shit's taking off. There are strength in numbers, but this nonsense is happening in California. Even if it happens across the nation, it's not going to change anything. Trump's not all of a sudden going to say, yeah, I got to stop this. These people who are wrecking our country and burning shit and acting like fucking children, we got to stop. They're not going to do it. So all of this rioting, all of this nonsense is not going to change what's going on. It is what it is. Listen, there are things we should be acting like this over, and it's called taxes. I think we should, as Americans, be giving the federal government the business for the taxes that they keep implementing on us, that they keep sneaking in under our noses, that they keep putting down behind us when people pass away. They want a death tax now. They have a death tax, excuse me. Protesters block FDNY firehouse, can't respond to fire alarms. TJ, I have not seen that. But if there is a fire, it's a legit fire and people are trapped, things are going to happen. So that's, there is that. But yes, like I said, guys, we should be behaving like this over taxes. We should be, every time they have a tax of some kind coming out, this is how we should be giving the government the business. Bottom line, they keep taking more taxes out of us. For what? So that they can pay their peoples off? And we're sitting idly by letting it happen? This is where the American people should come together and act like fucking assholes. Demonetized, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Now, yes, I said that on the Angry Truth. I said that all of this is a distraction from whatever's going on in the federal government. I think it's the whole Elon Musk Trump thing. Being that that's starting to quell down, that's starting to calm down now between Trump and Elon Musk, I could see this calming down a little bit, but we shall see. The timing of this is way too suspect, if you ask me. But a lot of people like, how dare you say that? This is not a distraction. This is legit. Whatever. I mean, listen, it could be legit. There are people who are pissed that ICE is doing what they're doing. But ICE is doing their job. ICE is doing the job that they should have been doing over the last however many years. But here we are. Now they're doing shit and people are getting out of control. They're like, oh my God, how dare you take Juan back to Mexico? Juan's here illegally. Juan crossed the border. Juan swam across somebody's river. He walked 8 days through a desert to get here legally to start some shit. Guess what? Juan's going back home. Now, yes, does it suck that there's some nice people who crossed the border, who got here, who got a job, not legally, but got a job and wants to add to society? Some of those people are being sent back. That does suck. But such is life, right? It's a legit distraction. Yeah, listen, I said that on the Angry Truth channel, and people like, you got it wrong. I'm like, I didn't get shit wrong. Because the timing of it all is just too suspect. That's all, if you ask me. But listen, ICE is doing what they're gonna do, and it's not gonna stop any of this. All of this burning of a car, like there was a video, there was a satisfying video, by the way. I think some of you might have seen it. I know I saw it. I was, you know, I was like, yeah, all right. But they were lighting. They were trying to light a Jeep on fire using gasoline. As the kid was pouring it, another idiot thought that, I don't know, it's a good idea to ignite my lighter, and the thing lit up on him, and the two guys who were the closest to the car were severely burned. Someone said severely burned. I don't know. A severely burned is normally third-degree burns or large percentage of the body burned, but we shall see. I will follow up on that. I'll try to follow up on that so far. Crossbone said 23 businesses have been looted so far. All right. Not the end of the world. Not, you know, I mean, like during the Floyd riot, it was thousands of businesses and hundreds in like just one area. 23, I mean, yeah, looting is looting. I don't care much for looting. Like, I would never do it, but I also don't give a shit. You know, I'm like, they need to get a hold of these people. The looting, you know, to go after looters, forget it. You got to go after the people that are throwing the rocks, the Molotov cocktails. Now, I saw a video where they were building them, and and I heard reports that they threw them at cops, but I don't know how true that is. I didn't see any videos, and I've been trying to look for this shit. And with that, I just got a video from, or rather an article from the ex-wife stating that there were looters in LA. So LA anti-ICE looters shatter Apple store, make off with iPhones, Adidas, and another night of chaos. All right, so now they're switching over to, all right. Listen, like I'm saying, I wasn't doubting it. I just didn't see any videos. Today, 15 people were arrested in New York City, anti-ICE protests as thousands take to the streets. Now, I saw them gathering downtown, and I was going to go downtown to see this nonsense, and it said hundreds, and I said, I'm not leaving for hundreds, and here we are. We got thousands of people in somebody's park. Oh, Foley Square. So now that if they're at Foley Square, they're getting arrested with their signs that saying abolish ICE. So it looks like it's going to spread here for the weekend. So I might try to film this. I might try to film this now. But anyway, that's what's going on in New York. This is happening today. Again, when I first heard this about 3 hours ago, maybe 4, it was only a few hundred people. Now they're saying it's a few thousand, or thousands of people, excuse me. Thousands of angry New Yorkers took to the streets outside of Foley Square in a shadow of City Hall to protest the immigration custom enforcement deportations going on in the city throughout the country. So this is definitely going to link to June 14th nonsense. We shall wait and see. We shall wait and see where this goes. I used to work near Foley Square. Yeah. Nasser, I heard that. I couldn't find an article on it either. I typed in ICE agent on fire. I couldn't find anything. But I'm not doubting anybody's reports, but I couldn't find it myself. I'm not gonna. I mean, listen. Don't get me wrong. People tell me what they're seeing or hearing. I'm gonna take it in as information, but I won't hang my hat on it until I can confirm those reports. Because I've done that before and I look like an asshole. So I'm trying to look less like an asshole. Not that I'm never going to look like an asshole altogether, but I'm trying to look less like an asshole. So I want to get eyes on a video or an article stating so. Though, like I said, the wife just sent me this video, and this article in L.A. This is the New York Post, and for whatever reason, the New York Post is not opening up to this article. But yeah, she said she found it. Mary Lou Retton, for those that care, she was arrested again. Oh, they said DUI arrest for the first time. I could have sworn she was arrested recently for some dumb shit. But all right, guys. So if you are in a major city, do yourself a favor. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you know where you are at all times. If you are in one of those cities that are planning to have a riot or protest, Keep yourself abreast of what's going on. You can go to X. X has a lot of protest accounts, and you should get one related to your area. There is one called Protest NYC or NYC Protest on X. They give you the accounts of what's going on. But someone says Sly Stone RIP. What is that? Someone said Firewire. Oh, really? Firewire? Sorry, give me a second. There's a CO emergency on Firewire 24 minutes ago. I haven't seen anything else outside of that. All right. But I do have Firewire on my phone. And Adriana just sent me a article on the looting at the Apple store, I guess, or somebody's store. And they cleaned that store out. Shit. Listen, I'm going to tell you now. They're having a protest nationwide the 14th of June. And it's right. It's called No Kings something another. I just saw that. Somebody else just sent me an email. You guys are sending me emails. I shouldn't have said send it to me now, because you guys are sending me all of this shit as I'm on a live stream. But it's called No Kings, June 14 Mobilized. And I got this off of Twitter, and it says, we are a people of principle and honor. No, they're not. We honor our commitment and stand by our allies. No, they don't. We defend against aggression by dictators. What dictator? We uphold and defend the Constitution. The fuck they do. We care for veterans and children. No, they don't. We respect our neighbors and trading partners. The fuck does that mean? We support a healthy national and international economy. Okay. Community and environment. We are the world leader trusted to uphold. We are the world leader trusted to uphold stability of rule of law. The fuck they do. These are the same people that are going to be setting fires to cars and stores in the next couple of days. Who the hell are they kidding? Northern Girl Hobby said a lot of insurance scams are also going on right now for businesses. That could be true. Listen, if you're a dying business and you're in one of those areas that are being affected by the riots, you can absolutely get away with this. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The dictator Trump. Yeah, Trump's not a dictator. Like, not even close. Sly Stone 82. I don't know who Sly Stone is. I have no clue who that is. Maybe by face, if it's an actor, but I have no clue who that is. LA just set a 8 o'clock curfew for parts of the city. I thought they did that yesterday. So there was a video of a press guy, all right, and a journalist that had pressed on his vest, and he had a mask on his face, and they lit off what is that called? A flash grenade or a bang grenade next to him. And it went off, and he was laying on the fucking stairs going back and forward like he could not believe what was going on. And I looked at the video, and I'm like, that's not a press guy. Press or journalism do not wear black masks and have their press tags hanging off of them. And I only know that because when I was in the middle of the Floyd riots here in the city, these dudes had this shit on. Music dude. All right, Jimmy, thank you for that. So this guy had a black mask on. And I'm like, journalists don't wear black masks that they blend in with the people who are attacking the cops. They wouldn't do that. So when I said that, one guy was like, oh, how do you know that he's not press? Because press don't camouflage with the people that are attacking the cops. They try to distinctively make themselves look like press so that they don't get attacked, pepper sprayed, and hit, and all that other bullshit. Ed Lee says, do you miss fighting fires? Okay, so Ed, I've been back for almost 2 years now. I came back to the fire department. They are doxing people. Hudson Valley, who is they and what are they doxing? Qatar military personnel carried jet landed in LA yesterday. A Qatar military personnel carried, really? All right, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Sly Stones is a 70s, 80 band. All right, thank you, Aaron. I wouldn't have known that. I probably heard the song before, but I wouldn't have known that. So, all this to say, guys, keep your head on swivel. Also, I have to add this. I did do a video. The video's going to come out Friday or some shit like that. But July 4th, supposedly, there's going to be a bioterror attack. Do I think that this is going to happen? No. Nonetheless, Alex Jones was mentioning it. A couple of people brought it up. Why do people ask the most oddest questions at the oddest time? Can we stay focused here? Anyway, so the National Blueprint of Biodefense 2024, which was released April 17th of 2024, talked about an Event 201 style attack July 4th of this year, 2025. So we've all seen this before. We've all seen these. We've all seen the style of simulations happen before, right? They've mentioned simulations before. They had the COVID simulation, and then Mr. 19 happened. So we are seeing this again. Now, this is a precursor that was set by Event 201, a scenario of a bioterrorism attack on July 4th, whereas an unknown nation or terrorist group unleashed a genetically modified Nipah virus, across American cities and allied nations. The engineered pathogen, with a 40% mortality rate, killed over 280,000 Americans and infected 400,000 in a single day, alongside 200,000 people passing away, with 800,000 sickened animals. So 200,000 dead animals, and 800,000 sickened animals. So just keep your head on the swivel. Do I think this is going to happen? No, because this date is too precise. And a bioterrorist attack usually takes a few, unless it's fast acting, it takes a few hours to a few days to identify. So if something does happen on July 4th, we're not going to know about till July 5th. They're going to take their time, try to identify what is going on. Nipah virus, you got to look it up, but they're saying that it's an engineered pathogen or genetically modified Nipah virus. It's NIPAH virus. While I have my computer open, let's look it up. The Nipah virus is a bat-borne zoonotic virus that causes Nipah virus infections in humans and other animals. A disease with a very high mortality rate already. This is before it becomes genetically modified, according to this study, this scenario that was given. Numerous disease outbreaks caused by Nipah virus have occurred in Southeast Africa and Southeast Asia. The virus belongs to the Nipah virus, along with the Hendra virus. So Nipah virus has a high mortality rate. Now, before we got a half hour. Sorry, I thought I was almost done with this. Now, I'm going to give you guys this National Blueprint for Biodefense 2024. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to send you the link. Mr. Control, thank you for the email. I will read that after this. All right. So here is this is the PDF file, guys, for the National Blueprint Biodefense. Immediate action needed to defend against biological threats. This came out in April of 2024. I did not get a chance to read this the way I wanted, but a lot of this was a scenario, and the scenario starts on page 3. Following a hypothetical opening remarks by the chair of the Congressional Joint Inquiry provided context for this report. So this is something, again, that you guys have to read for yourself. But they said July 4th. Some people were saying it was July 4th of last year, but people are saying that it could be this year. There was no real year given. So I did say 2025, but there was no real year given. So unfortunately, it could be next year, it could be 2026, 2027, and so on. Well, let me put this PDF in the chat so you guys can download it and read it yourself. It's in the chat, and I'll try to remember to put it on the in the what you call it below. So again, this is they want, according to this, they want the United States to have a better defense system against a bioterror attack, which you thought we would have learned of from the whole Mr. 19 event, but we didn't. Tristan Davis, I did not see the Bear video where he traced the protest back to the funding to Act Blue. I don't know what Act Blue is. I know I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is, definitely. But no, I have not seen Bear's video on that. I know that this rioting is being funded because there were people who saw reports of, again, stacks of bricks, not by construction sites, but not in the middle of the street, but like on the sidewalk, just being dropped off. They had people making Molotov cocktails, and these people have a lot of rocks to throw all of a sudden. All of a sudden, there were stones from like nowhere. Now, a lot of the city got rid of a lot of their stones, and these stones looked like some shit from a construction site, except for there were no construction sites around a lot of the areas that were going on. Let's see what's going on in New York City. But supposedly there's a lot of nonsense going on. We're all gonna die Wednesday. I think that's tomorrow on Hudson Valley's channel. So this is live right now in downtown New York. I'm almost tempted to jump in my fucking car and see what's happening with that. I have my radio charged up and ready to rock and roll. So, you could stay tuned. Is the bio attack going to be on our fireworks on the 4th of July? Rhonda, that would be plausible, but I think the agent would burn up before it. When is ML potential? So right now they're just standing around with the cops. The cops are yelling at them back up, but there's nothing really going on. But there's a lot of people downtown. So I don't know. Maybe I'll head down to that today. Maybe I'll head down that tonight, because this is going to be a few days of this shit. I will. But yeah, they're just sending around. They're starting this shit. The cops are telling them to stand down or whatever. Someone says don't go alone. I have no other choice but to go alone. I'm not going to ask anybody to go with me. Like, hey, you want to go down and get some rocks thrown at you? No, thank you. Someone says I can't tomorrow. I have to work. That would be interesting if they did, but I think a lot of the agents would burn up just on the incendiary devices going off, burning up whatever agents on that. I don't think it would work like we would think it would. But they have these people behind barricades. They have cops in riot gear. So we shall see. Trump world. And there are people in there going Trump world, giving Trump the hearts. So it looks like it's again, looks like it's down by the train. I can't see because this fucking cameraman is bullshit. But I'm gonna turn my radio on after this. I'm gonna keep it low for the live stream, for the Angry Truth live stream, and I'll report on from there. If it starts to get out of control, I'll head down there. By highway, I can get there in 10-15 minutes. If I drive like a complete lunatic. But don't seem like much is going on. So it looks like they're gearing up for the weekend. We're all going to riot Saturday. So I'm going to work something out for Saturday. I might have to. Fuck, shit, piss, man. I didn't want to, but it looks like Thursday night I'm off, so I'm going to keep my ears open for Thursday night, and Saturday night I'm going to be off. So I'll keep my head on the swivel for that shit. But right now, nothing's going on. Just a lot of cops in riot gear and a lot of people wearing masks. All right, we'll see what's going. Y'all been listening to Canadian Prepper and Johnny 308. What are those two saying? Because I haven't been listening to anybody. Again, I'm not worried about any of this shit. Whatever happens, camp out there. Yeah. Use your drone if you want to film. The drone thing's not a bad idea, but to use a drone thing, it would, as long as I don't get into too much trouble about it, I would do the videos and then show you guys later on here. Laura Luma just said the jihadists are attacking NYPD. They're going to make this about Palestine too, by the way. They are undoubtedly going to make this about Palestine. They're going to work that in there somewhere. But right now, everybody's just standing fast. The PD and the rioters are just standing fast right now. They're not doing anything. So this should be fun to watch, or watch it unfold. If they start using tear gas, that'd be awesome. They used it in J6, man. I had a good time. I had a good time in J6. Everybody was panicking and their eyes were burning, and I was, because of being in smoke and dealing with smoke my entire career, tear gas doesn't work the same way for firefighters as it would for the average normal person. So it's fun to watch everybody flip out about that shit. Start crying and shit, fucking taking off, choking on the smoke. It's really entertaining to watch civilians react to it poorly. It was like in J6, it was just fun to watch everybody like, oh my God, they used tear gas on us. Of course they did, man. What did you think they were gonna do? Listen, whether you side with the rioters or not, tear gas is always gonna be used, and it's a good time to watch that, and the flashbangs when they go off. That's also entertaining to watch. People go boom, and then everybody covers their ears, starts screaming and running around in circles. That is fucking awesome to watch. When that went off in DC, I started laughing. I was laughing. I couldn't, because everybody was like, and they were running away. I was like, fuck are you running away for? So it was entertaining to watch at the very least. But yeah, nothing's going on downtown right now. It's just a bunch of people standing around yelling at the cops. They're not throwing anything at them yet. There were protesters who were trying to calm the crowd down, so everybody's just standing at a stalemate right now. You got a lot of cameras out, but that's all that's going on. Nothing crazy is going on right now. But yeah. Mike Starr, I agree with that, because the way they're standing by, it's like they're waiting for somebody to tell them to do some shit. I can't film attitude. Yeah, I don't have a gas mask. I mean, I have a gas mask. I don't want to bring it out for this. I really don't. I got to go find it, but actually, I don't have it. I think it's in my storage unit. I don't need a mask. Who needs a stinking mask? That's for pussies. I'm going to wear a mask. Might as well wrap a fucking tampon around my head. I don't need a mask. That's okay. But, guys, the bioterror attack, again, that's something that's being thrown out there. You got June 14th protest that's going to turn into a riot. Again, there's a standoff downtown in Foley Square, or downtown by the Chambers Street area. At least that's what it looks like, by City Hall. But nothing is being done. The weekend is probably going to get out of control. So I will be running around the city the weekend. I'm going to have my phone charged up. I'm going to have all my shit ready to rock and roll. And even if something goes down tomorrow, I'll be downtown tomorrow, not instigating. I do want to instigate. Tap dancing the gas mask. But I'm not going to be instigating that. So it looks like the live stream ended. No, it's still going. But yeah, like you said, it looks like they're waiting for orders. Both the cops and the looks like they're waiting for orders. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, I should definitely find myself downtown running around screaming and shit with everybody else as I film. As well during gas attacks. Yeah. Adrian, I have an Israeli gas mask. I don't need a gas mask. That's for pussies, dude. I'll be okay. If I get maced, that's a different story. But I don't need a gas mask. The problem is, I'm gonna have paraphernalia on that says, I'm a fireman, but I'm not going to wear a gas mask. I think you start to look like the people, and the whole press thing. Like, unless I get a journalism ID, which I'm looking to get, I'm not gonna wear anything that says press on it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna suck it up. I get maced. It is what it is. Give him some milk. Who's seen that video? But yeah, nothing crazy is going on right now. And it's getting late. People are getting tired. They're going to go home. They're going to regroup. And they're going to be out tomorrow. I got my son's graduation to go to tomorrow. So after his graduation, do the little family thing with him and his mother. And then head downtown. And see what's going on. I'm going to have my radio on. At least I'll have my radio on when I'm in a city. But I have my radio on citywide. But there's a lot of interesting shit going on. So we shall see. But again, the riots that's going on for Laura Loomer. All right. I can't. Oh, shit. I think I can. Wow. That was pretty cool. Good idea. So anyway, that was pretty cool. So, is this summer going to be a summer of violence? I do not know. Your press ID is a First Amendment. Johnny 308, roger that. I don't know if it's going to be a whole summer. Truthful Troll, I could be streaming tomorrow. Depends on what happens downtown. I might be streaming tomorrow, so tomorrow you guys will have to be on standby. I'm going to make my way downtown and, see what's going on. If it's worthy of it, then yeah. Jennifer and Gene, thank you. But he's graduating like the 5th grade into the 6th grade or some shit. Not a milestone. He's supposed to do that. Like junior high in the high school and then high school in the college and then out of college, those are milestones. 5th grade and the 6th grade is a waste of time. I thought so when I was a 5th grader, and I think so with my kids. For all of the 5th grade graduations I had to go to, I really do not want to hear We Are the Fucking World sung anymore. I am done. Done with that shit. We are the world. Why are you singing We Are the World? You guys are graduating from the 5th grade to the 6th. You guys didn't accomplish, Mount Everest. You're just going to one grade to the next, man. Like, it's junior high school. Who gives a shit? It's not like, it's boring, man. That's the other thing, too. It's boring. They all singing We Are the World, and they're clapping, and they're doing this bullshit. Fuck that. It's boring. It's really boring. And his mother wants me to get dressed up in my Sunday's best. I'm like, I don't have Sunday's best. I don't have Sunday's best. I have a fucking polo and tactical pants. That's all I have, man. But it's really bad, They always do a musical routine. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The West Side Story? Like, why are we singing? The kids and then the kid who could play the flute the best, he's all fluting and shit. You're like, why? Why are we hitting a fucking kid solo flute playing? What is that bullshit? And fucking kid playing the trumpet like he's fucking a jazz fucking musician. I'm like, I just came here to have my son get his stupid diploma and walk off the stage. No, we gotta suffer through this shit. And then some girl who's sitting there, singing, she's the best singer. No, I don't want to fucking hear her sing. So gross. It is gross. Someone's like, sounds ridiculous. It does. It is ridiculous. Very fucking be attacked yourself. It's holy shit. When vaccinated and proud shirt. I should, but she told me to behave myself. That was the other thing. Behave yourself when you come to this event. Dano, thank you for the donation before. Thank you for this donation again. Appreciate it. She act like I'm gonna fucking run around and start. I don't know. I mean, I guess, And she don't wear any of your shirts like this. Like, why not? My son would appreciate it. I think he would. Listen, my son doesn't give a fuck what I wear as long as I show up. It's always the mothers. Like, could you please wear, I don't know. Whatever. It's just as bad. Bunch of kids and their fucking flutes, fluting and shit. Like, oh, this is I don't care. I don't care. Give him his fucking diploma. Let's walk off the stage. And all the unnecessary speech. This is the speech I hate the most. The speech I hate is when the teacher comes up there and starts crying. And she's like, and you guys were the greatest class that I've ever had. Every class they have is the greatest class they ever had. They're all like, and you guys were so great. You were behaved. You're so smart. You're tenacious. You're brave. Brave? How the fuck are they brave? What the fuck did these kids do something I don't know? The calling them brave and great kids and shut up. You say that about every school kids that goes through it. Then there's a teacher out there that's fucking this is her last year. I think she's gonna be there for that graduation. They're gonna have a fanfare for her. Have flowers and petals and shit raining on her. Everybody's standing up and giving a standing ovation. Fuck that. Fuck it. You're not sentimental at all. No, I'm not. Not in regards to this shit. Not at all. Like, he goes to high school? Yes. College? Absolutely. This? No. 5 kids, well, 4 kids now, and I've been through these graduations multiple times. It's all the same, man. It's all the same. It's the same fucking speech. It's the same fucking act. And all of the kids are all smart. No, they're not. I hate to break it to these people. Not all of those kids in that class are smart. Some of those kids are dumber than a box of rocks. Class elections, class presidents, treasurers, Ed Lee, exactly. Yeah, that's also dumb. Too many arm tickets causing these issues. So I've been there's been a lot going on with the arm ticket, and I think people's behaviors are changing, and I'm noticing a lot more issues with that. But again, don't want to go down that road. But yeah, will it be in Spanish? I hope not. I really hope they don't. I hate when the teachers and the teachers who speak English, they learn Spanish for like just that speech, and then ustedes and Taco Bell, and you're like, what the fuck are you saying, lady? Shut up. Have a translator say what you want to say. No, this lady feels in her heart that she should speak Spanish, and she butchers the Spanish portion of the Now, this is in Connecticut, so there's not going to be a lot of Spanish speaking. But when it was here in the city, I wanted to rip my fucking ears off. The way these teachers were sitting there going, ustedes and beep, bing, 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 bing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. Shut up. Just have a translator there, man. It's always bad. It's just bad. And listen, my son knows I love him. I love my kids to death, but there's just certain things I don't want to do, and you have to do as a parent. This is one of them. Fuck, shit, piss, man. Anyway. Someone said that was a joke, settle down. That was a joke, settle down. I don't know if Jimmy's talking to me or Jimmy's talking to somebody else, but this is all a show, man. That's all it is. Nipply twister. You sound like the angry nipple twister. Yeah, I guess. I don't like that. You'll be in trouble. Can I go? Trish in progress. No, you cannot go. Jason, have you ever mowed a lawn? Yes, I have. I have mowed a lawn. Recently, actually, I might add. I have mowed a lawn. It was fun. I got a kick out of it because I never mowed a lawn. I'm living a concrete jungle over here. When do I get to mow the lawn? The 3 sprouts of weeds that come out of the crack in the ground, you know? No, but it was there's an overturned vehicle on the Brooklyn Bridge. Interesting. Jimmy, right? Yes, you. Okay, sorry. Excusez-moi, Jimmy. I need to mow a lawn. I need to mow my lawn. Yeah. It's funny. The whole lawn mowing thing, it didn't become a thing for me until I started looking at other people's lawns. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's bad. Like, you growing up, you hear about lawns and how, like, you know, bad they look and this. And then I get older, and then I watched my son's mother's lawn get mowed, because they have like a, you know, gardening people, whatever the fuck they're called. And they come out, you know, fucking, you know, Jose and Juan, and they mow the lawn, and they're like, oh, the lawn looks nice. Then you start looking at other lawns, and you're like, no shit, this is what people are talking about. But yeah, angry lawn dude. But yeah, anyway, guys, we got 5 minutes. All of this, guys, is keep your head on the swivel for the weekend. If you are coming to the city or a city-like area, just keep abreast of what's going on. Don't change your plans. It is what it is. A lot of these protests or riotings, guys, thank you for the donation again. A lot of these things that go on are in localized area. Yes, the George Floyd thing, that was like citywide in a lot of places. But it this is going to be localized to like downtown. It might spread to like 42nd Street, 34th Street, but it's not going to be citywide. You know, it's not going to be that bad. But yeah, the shit that's going on downtown now, it's staying in one area, and the cops are handing somebody their ass right now. Everybody's got their camera out. They're putting one guy in cuffs, two kids in cuffs, but that's it. And everybody's screaming and yelling, "Stop it! Leave them alone!" With their stupid Muslim head wrap bullshit or Shafif Kofi thing that they put around their heads. Who gives a shit? But yeah, Deneo, thank you for the what you call it. Yo, wear a helmet. No, I'm not gonna wear a helmet. If they start throwing rocks, I'll just, the 5Ds of dodging, was it dip, dive, dodge, and, dip or whatever it is. I'm going to do that. But, I mean, everybody's like live streaming and filming. So if I try to live stream, it's probably going to be a live streaming problem because everybody's live streaming. And everybody's trying to, like, let them go, leave them alone. And the crazy shit is, people are like yelling and screaming, "Stop." Like the cops are going to turn around and go, "Oh my God, we shouldn't have done this." I don't understand people's psychology when it comes to protesting or rioting. When somebody is getting arrested, why do people feel the need to go, "Stop that, leave them alone"? Like the cops are going to be like, "Oh my God, I have to stop. The protesters suggest I stop. Let me cut my shit." It's never happened. It's never going to happen. I don't understand that. And everybody's and people are wearing their face coverings again. Oh, because of the what is it called? The MB181, the new COVID version that's out. Skydive, thank you for the heads up. Appreciate it. So that's making its rounds, and they say that that's going to affect a lot of people's summer. So again, keep abreast of that bullshit because everybody's looking at that and screaming and crying about that. They're like, "Oh, the MB181 is the new COVID version that's out. Be aware of it." So a lot of people are wearing face coverings over that. So yeah, it's called Novesi, Novesi. I don't know his name, but just type in NYC ICE protest. And I'm gonna title the live stream tomorrow if it's on. If I live stream, it's gonna be like it's on in New York. That's all I'm gonna label it as. I'm gonna keep it like simple, cause anything else, man, YouTube is looking to fucking destroy your shit. If I do go mute a couple times during the live stream, that's because there's a lot of cursing and shit carrying on, and I don't want it to get demonetized and or blacklisted, right, or shadow banned. So. How about get sunlight and exercise? I get sunlight and exercise all the time, yo. Tristan, I'm always out exercising now. I'm doing 2-a-days now. That's where I'm at right now. So provided nothing fucking happens, another tragedy or something, I should be fine. I am officially down 18 to 20 pounds. So yeah, and I feel good. And now I want to work out, right? 'Cause I look at the scale, I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, get some. And so I'm doing more jump roping now. I'm doing 300 jump ropes a day. I got to get it up to 1,000 to 2,000 jumps a day. And 2,000 jumps is a workout. I got to start doing workouts. Oh, my bad, Tristan. Sorry. Sorry. Thought you were talking to me. But yeah, so we are going to go off the air now. We're going to head over to the Angry Truth channel. We're going to talk about people suddenly passing away, and doctors are warning about this. That's what we're talking about now. You taking your 2,000 steps? So yes, I'm trying to get in over 2,000 steps. Right now, I only got 6,000. So after the Angry Truth live stream, I'm going to go dip outside for a little bit if it stopped raining. And I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to get my 10,000 steps. But I've been hitting my 10,000 and over a day. Anyway, guys, other than that, I'll see you guys over on the Angry Truth channel.